Wow, this thing feels so much bigger than our little Mazda 2. Like, this is like 5 times the size of our little car. It's gonna feel really weird driving this. Spoiler alert, we did not buy a truck yet. But today we are talking about trucks, and we can't tell you how excited we are to finally get this next step ahead.
Yeah, and today we're comparing the Dodge 1500 and the Ford F-150, and just sharing a lot about what we've learned about half-ton trucks and towing, and just all of the details involved.
We're also going to take you on a couple of test drives that we did this week too. So stay tuned. Before we get to that, a huge shout out goes to one of our biggest and probably youngest fans. Thank you so much to Lana, all the way in Manhattan, New York.
Hi, Lana.
For watching and supporting our show. Congratulations on finishing grade 2. We really hope that you have a wonderful summer full of adventures. We hear that things are starting to open up again in New York, so I'm sure you'll have lots of fun this year. The weather this week has been a little weird in BC. We've gone everything from 26 Celsius all the way down to, I think right now it's about 17. Well, right now we're in sweaters. Later on we'll be in like t-shirts and shorts. We filmed over a couple of days this week, but we've just had some strange weather, so just wanted to put that one out there. Okay, so far we have been looking at the Ford F-150 and the Dodge 1500 pickup trucks in the years 2015-2016 models.
Yeah, and one of the major differences are the engine types available. They both have big V8s, but the Dodge has an Eco Diesel option, and the Ford has an Eco Boost option.
Yeah. We've also noticed that they have quite a few different transmission options between the two brands.
Mm-hmm. And of course there's just the aesthetics between the two, you know, the look, the logo.
Yeah, I don't know, we're not particularly attached to any particular one. What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments.
So there's a lot of factors to consider when buying a truck. For instance,
engine fuel, gas or diesel.
Engine size, V6, V8, 3.5 liter, 5.0 liter, 5.7 liter.
Transmission, 6-speed, 8-speed, 10-speed.
Then you got your quad cab, your super cab, your extended cab, your short cab.
Then you've got your trim levels, the SLT, the XLT, the Laramie, the Longhorn, the Lariat.
Options, tow package, sunroof, backup camera, electronics.
4x4 or 2x4.
Box size, 3 different sizes.
And tow capacity.
Is your head spinning yet?
Since we'll be towing a trailer, we are very concerned about towing capacity. And so I'm going to hand it over to Jay to explain the different factors that will affect that.
Yeah, so one thing that I didn't know about is something called an axle ratio. So that's basically the ratio of the engine to the wheels, more or less. And the standard ratio is built for fuel efficiency at high speeds, but a towing ratio actually gives you more torque and more power at lower speeds at the cost of lower fuel efficiency. But that actually turns out to make a big difference in terms of your maximum towing capacity. Another thing I didn't really know about was the hitch class and type. So you can get a class 3 hitch or a class 4 hitch, and either of those can be weight distributing or not. So a weight distributing class 3 hitch has a higher capacity than a regular class 4, and then of course if you get into a weight distributing class 4, then you can tow something absolutely massive. Then of course just the engine type is a major factor, and the overall vehicle weight makes a big difference. So obviously the heavier your vehicle, the lower your total towing capacity. So let's talk a little bit about our requirements and needs for our truck. First of all, we're looking somewhere around 5 years old and about no more than 30,000 Canadian for our budget.
We have fairly simple needs. We want to be able to tow a trailer that weighs at least 7,500 pounds.
And we also want it to be as fuel efficient as possible. I mean, trucks aren't the most fuel efficient things in the world to begin with, but we're going to be traveling a lot, so that's important too.
Every little bit counts. And then we've also learned this week some of the kind of comfort features that we thought we would really like. The sunroof actually is one. Mostly for being able to video and photo out of the top of the truck to get some really great footage for you guys. So
want to give you those nice panoramic shots without
a
having to like stop and get out of the car.
Yes. Or if there's, a potentially dangerous animal that we want an amazing photo of, it would be nice to do it from the safety of a truck.
Sure.
So yeah. And we also want a nice quiet ride so that we get really good audio.
Yeah, our current car is actually pretty loud on the inside when you're driving. So you might have noticed that in other videos when you can't hear us over the engine noise and the road noise.
And the road noise. So like we said, pretty simple requirements. Everything else will be cherries on top. But as long as we can have that towing ability, the fuel efficiency, and those couple comfort features, and, the pre-owned status.
So let's see what we can find.
Yeah.
So we're here at the Ram dealer and taking a look at two different diesel Rams that both have the tow package.
Which is pretty awesome, right next to each other.
Right beside one another, so very convenient.
Yes.
They're both almost the same color, although we're told this one is some kind of dark blue.
It's kind of a gray. You can see it more from the front. I'll take you to the front here. I'll show you up here. In the sun, it's a little bit more different. It's kind of like a steel.
Yeah, it's kind of a
steely color.
Kind of a sharp color.
Yeah, and then the other one is black, as you can see. So we'll just kind of take a little walk around and kind of see what we think of it. Yeah. They've given us each a set of keys.
All right.
Very trusting. And we're gonna get into the Laramie here and have a look at that. This has more like a beige and brown interior.
I'll say right off the bat, I'm not a fan of the brown. I don't really like the combination of beige and brown.
I don't know if I like the wood console here. The 2016 model, and immediately I've noticed like a way bigger back seat. It's huge. This one does not have leather interior. It has cloth seats, but the color of it is nicer. It's more of a gray and black interior, so we like that a little bit better. We've looked over both trucks, the 2015 Laramie and the 2016, and we're gonna test drive the 2016. We're not loving the interior of the 2015.
Yeah, the brown and cream just doesn't do it for us.
Yeah, so let's go for a ride.
So far, so good.
It's quiet.
It is pretty quiet.
All right, Dad, this one's for you. We're test driving a Dodge Ram.
And it's weird because you can't see like things under the front.
Yeah. What do you mean?
Well, like I couldn't tell where that curb was.
Oh, because you're so high.
Yeah.
Just don't hit anything. I feel like you're really close to all these vehicles.
I know, it feels like I'm gonna hit everything.
Oh, jeez.
No, I have driven big vehicles before, so I have a little bit of a feel for it, but just compared to the Mazda 2, this feels like a boat. And like not a small boat.
Big boat.
Like the Titanic.
Let's hope we don't have the same fate.
But yeah, you're up high, you're kind of like king of the world. Slow pickup if you don't punch it. It is nice and smooth. Drives nice.
I like the color of this one. It's all about aesthetics for me. I like the giant back seat.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this truck. This feels pretty good. I could see driving this for, you know, many, many miles.
Or kilometers.
It's got nice comfy armrests, unlike our current vehicle.
Another day, another truck. Today we're looking at the F-150.
I do kind of like the growl of the V8 better than the diesel. I'll bet their engineers spend a lot of time just getting that perfect sound from the engine, right? And muffler. I have to say, like, the overall feel, I don't like as much as the Ram. I can't quite put my finger on it, but
okay.
The Ram we drove yesterday just felt like it drove smoother.
So to wrap things up, there are a ton of options, even within the same model class of trucks. We haven't noticed a huge difference between the different brands. We do really want good tow capacity and fuel efficiency. So we're sure that we're going to learn a lot more about trucks as we continue along this little journey here. And we're really looking forward to revealing our choice in a few weeks' time.
And honestly, we couldn't find really major differences between the Ram and Ford brands. But you know, we might have missed something. So I know a lot of people have strong opinions. What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments below whether you prefer Ford or Ram, and like what the major differences are that perhaps we missed.
As always, thank you for subscribing. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Hit that notification bell so that you get the alerts when we make a new video.
And remember,
When you roam, everywhere is home.
And there's an E, which maybe means eco.
Where's the E?
There's an E on the top left.
Yeah, I think that might mean you're in eco mode.
Probably. We would be driving in eco mode.
Oh wait, there's something that says E. Yeah, touched it.
Oh no, you know, that probably says east.
Oh my gosh.
We're driving east. Yeah, I think that's our compass.
We're like, it's an E. It must mean eco boost.
E for eco.
Not east.